Okay, now we're going to talk about properties of function, and the first topic that we are going to discuss is even function and odd function. Even function and odd function. All right, so even and odd functions. So we'll talk about even function. So if you want to check out the proper definition of even function, you can certainly do so by just looking at the textbook definition. And the main point of the definition is something like this: f of minus x is equal to f of x. Doesn't really matter which side that you have first. Sometimes you have f of x first, sometimes you have f of minus x first. So let's try to understand what this really means. What does that mean? What does that mean to be f of negative x is equal to f of x? Well, first of all, what's f of x? Well, f of x is the any given usual function. So let me give you an example. Let's say f of x equal, say, x squared, right? X squared. f of x is x squared. Now, what it's saying, what even function is saying is this. When you have f of x, now you replace this x by negative x, and result should be still the same. When you replace x by negative x and end result still the same as the original f of x, then you have case of even function. That's what this means. So, let's check out this example here. Let's say example, say f of x equal x squared. Well, to test whether it's even function or not, then we should check f of negative x. So what's f of negative x means and what it should be? Well, you are just replacing this x by negative x, right? You're replacing that x by negative x. So if you replace that by negative x, that means you're replacing that by negative x too. So f of negative x should be what used to be in place of x, now going to be negative x and the whole thing to the square. All right, so what's negative x to the square? Negative x times negative x, that's the same as positive x squared. Well, what's x squared? Well, x squared is same thing as original f of x, isn't it? F of x squared is same thing as f of x. So there we have it. We have f of negative x equals to f of x. So what is this? This should be even function. Even function, right? So how do we test whether this function is even or not? Well, replace x by negative x, see if it becomes the original, same thing as the original f of x. All right. Now let's try odd function. Again, you can check the formal definition of odd function, but it's basically something like this: f of negative x, now same as negative of f of x. Now very similar to even function, but of course it's different because now we have this minus here, right? Now we have this minus there. So when we replace the original f of x with f of negative x, if the result is same as negative f of x, then that's odd function. So try an example. Let's say given function is 2x. Now, what's f of negative x then? Well, f of negative x means you are replacing this x by negative x. So it'll be like 2, what used to be x now is going to be negative x. What is that? That's the same thing as negative 2x, right? 2 times negative x. And as you can see, this negative 2x is same thing as negative of f of x. Now, a lot of you might be confused at this point. Well, let's check this part right here again. See this 2x, this 2x, this 2x is what? 2x is same as f of x. So, which is right here, right? 2x is same thing as f of x. So if we have a negative 2x, then that's same thing as negative f of x. So we start from f of negative x equal ends up having negative f of x. When we satisfy this condition, then what is that? Then this is odd function. Odd function, right? Now, you shouldn't be confused about this. Not every function is going to be either even or odd. There's many other functions that's not even function and not odd function. They're neither, right? So some functions are even, some functions are odd, but many functions also none of above. It's not even, it's not odd, right? Okay, let's check out another example. Determine whether the following functions are, well, is even, odd, or neither. Even, odd, or neither. Okay. The first one, let's say f of x equal x squared minus 3. All right. Again, I've been saying this quite a few times. Whenever that we are doing this example, I want you to pause this video clip and try this example on your own. And that's, you know, after you try it, then you can check the answer with me, right? So why don't you pause it and try it? You can check our previous examples, explanations, and try this one. See if this is even or not. All right. So first thing that we should do, we should check f of negative x. If f of negative x is end up being same as this, then it's going to be even function. If f of negative x end up being negative f of x, then it's going to be odd function. Well, if not negative, if not same as f of x or negative f of x, then it's going to be neither. So f of negative x would be, I'm just replacing this x by negative x. So whenever in this original function, if I have x, I'm going to replace that by negative x. So I have x here, so I'm going to replace that by negative x. Of course, I need the parentheses, I need that square, minus 3. Okay, so what's negative x squared? Well, anything negative square, the negative gone, it's going to be just x squared, negative 3. Now, what you need to do, you need to check whether this is same as the original f of x. And this is, right? This is same thing as original f of x. So, even odd, neither? What do you think? Even function. Even function. All right, even function. Okay. Now let's try another example. Let's say f of x equal x to the third minus 5. How about that? Again, I want you to pause it, try it, see if you can do this. Okay, again, first thing that we should check is f of negative x. So I'm replacing this x by negative x, so it'll be negative x to the third, negative 5. What's negative x to the third? That's odd power. You know, just write it here, this one right here. That same thing as negative x times negative x times negative x, right? 3 times. So, you know, 2 of them cancels out, but this one will survive. So this ends up being x to the negative x to the third. So this becomes negative x to the third minus 5. And we need to check two things. Is this same as the original f of x? If this is the same, then it's going to be even function. Well, they're not the same because I have negative there. Then, next thing that I should check, whether this is equal to negative f of x. Is this equal to negative f of x? What do you think? What would be negative f of x? Well, negative f of x, you just put negative here, so you need to put negative on this side as well. So we're going to put negative x to the third, negative 5. So we need the parentheses because we're putting negative to the whole thing. And this will end up being negative x to the third positive 5, right? I'm just distributing this negative. So is this the same? Well, they're not the same either. So this is not same with this. This is not same with this. So this original function right here is not even, not odd function. This is neither. Right? That's our answer. It's not even, it's not odd, it's neither. Okay. Let's check one more. Let's say f of x equal to 3x to the third minus 1. Well, say minus x. I think this is better. Okay. Again, pause it, try it, and check the answer together later. Okay, so again, the first step that we should do, we should check f of negative x. Right? F of negative x, that's what we need to check. So I'm replacing this x by negative x to the third, and this x by negative x, right? We have to be careful because this negative is this negative. I am replacing this with negative x, and I'm replacing this x with this negative x, right? All right, then what would this be? So this would be, oops, this would be, uh, what's negative x to the cube? We tried that before right here, right? We try right here, it becomes negative x to the third. So this would be negative 3x to the third, right? Because that negative will survive because it's odd power. Now what about these two? Double negative cancel to be positive. So this is what we have for f of negative x. Now we need to check whether this is same as the original. Is it same as this? No, they're not the same, right? We have negative and positive, not the same. Next thing that we should check whether this is equal to negative, I like the color, negative f of x. Right? We should check for odd function, right? Because what's odd function? Odd function saying f of negative x, same thing as negative f of x, right? That's odd function, right? So we are checking negative f of x. Negative f of x means put negative in here. It'll be negative 3x to the cube, negative x. And if I distribute this negative, it will be negative 3x to the cube, positive x. Now let's check whether this is same as this. And they are, right? So we have f of x equal to negative f of x. And what's that? F of negative x equal to negative f of x. That's odd function. So this is going to be odd function. Okay. All right. So that's even function and odd function.